So we've spoken, haven't we, about tone in a news bulletin and tone throughout a bulletin and tone from story to story, tone from headline to headline to headline. What about a change of tone within one single story? Yeah, these can sometimes catch out a newsreader. So if that is your profession of choice, then listen up, ears pinned back. A story that starts £300 million is being given to... Sounds a good news story, doesn't it? But how it continues may require a slight tonal change by the reader. Let me give you an example. £300 million is being given to street parties for the King's coronation. Sounds good. £300 million is being given to abattoirs to dispose of diseased cattle. Oh, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? We've got a change of tone within the story, or preferably start the tone correctly in the first place. £300 million is being given to street parties for the King's coronation. £300 million is being given to abattoirs to dispose of diseased cattle. Maybe there's a story that starts off as good news but later takes a turn, or two. £300 million is being given to provide more police for the region. It's after a series of murders in the past year. Police Chief Laura Norder is welcoming the increased budget. Tina Tinsel's son Tommy was found dead last week. No one's yet been arrested. Ooh, ouch. Mood shifts may be buried in the text. That top line isn't always an accurate emotional indicator. Even a story about politics might actually be quite quirky and need another tone. Either one that you start off with or one that you introduce during the course of your read. Emotional tone can be developing in a story as the story develops over time, not through the 5 or 10 seconds you're taking to read it on air, but over the journey of a story as it develops over the course of days, weeks or months. And your tone will change as the story slightly changes and the context of that story too. And that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow as Get a Better broadcast, podcast and video voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.